Hi there guys, this is Cassandra. I'm a Riffle in Time and I'm so glad you're here. Today we are doing one of my favorite things, which is talking about the Gentle Tarot. First, I love Mari and I love the Gentle Tarot so much, and you'll hear me talk about it all the time on YouTube, but I also get a lot of questions about the different editions in the shop, and I realize I don't have a good video for it. I don't have a single video where I'm actually showing the different decks. So this is what that's going to be. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison of the Gentle Tarot Pocket, Linen, and like the bundle edition, which is just the first edition in a special bag. So I have that. We'll go over the guidebook, which we'll flip through. I will let you like get a peek at how it's kind of like functioning and set up. We'll go over some of the little accessory options. And then also at the end, I want to talk about the cool little workshop I did last night with Mari's Patreon. I'm part of Mari's Patreon, and she did this really cool workshop, and I want to talk about that too. We'll get chatty at the end. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to flip you over. We're going to start like digging into the cards, and that part will be mostly silent when I flip through. So if you're just looking for a flip through, you don't want any commentary, it's coming for you. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back and we are gonna take a look at these decks close up. First, I'm gonna kind of show you the hardware of each edition. So the first one we're gonna go through is the Linen edition. It comes in this little tuck box here. It does have some additional cards that are not in these two, so I wanna show them. You have your PDF guidebook and welcome card, opening and closing intention, little reading there. You have two spreads, and then you have the kind of like guidebook cards. So these have like little affirmation like meanings for each of the suits, have a card and their front and back. And then you have two cards for the majors. And that is specific to the Linen edition. I do want to fact check later as we're looking at the guidebook if these are all word for word transferred over or not. I do know at the top of each card in the guidebook there is an affirmation. I just want to see if they're the same or not. Then something that is different about the decks is there is an additional Lovers card in these two, the Linen and the Pocket edition. So there's like a gender neutral butterfly version of the Lovers card, which we'll see, that is not in this like first edition full size. The edges here are not gilded or anything for this edition of Linen cardstock. So it's got more of a give and it's a standard playing card size. Whereas you have the full size tarot with the gold matte kind of like glitter edges here. But this is the bag that this comes in, and this bag is very specific to this bundle. So this comes with the guidebook, this bag, and this deck comes in that bag, no box. And then no guide cards or anything, since it does come with the full-size guidebook. And last but certainly not least is the Pocket edition. This is actually really cool. It comes with the deck, which has a little extra pizzazz there. If you can see the gold foiling on the back, which isn't on the others. It does have the same edges as that full size and looks the same there, but it comes with this sweet little sticker set that has the PDF guidebook, because this does not come with a guidebook. Either it's all online, but it comes in this like foam little cool slide box. Now I've seen 10 decks, but I've never seen a 10 deck with a slide top, and I think they're just it's really cool. But it comes in this like protective little guy. This is also that this has the same cardstock, it's just like smaller, so it's like that thicker, more of like that smooth. This is not linen. But now that we've taken a little peek here, let me get these guys flipped over. Okay, and I like to keep my flip throughs silent, but I really wanted to get you zoomed in here so you can see them all. I'm going to be flipping all three, so it might get a little weird there for a second, but here we are. I am starting at, remember, Linen, the full size bundled, and then this is the Pocket. Okay, and I wanted to also do the shuffling. I had to stand because I sat on my feet for too long, but we're gonna do the shuffling. This is the linen edition here, and she shuffles like a dream. This is a brand new version of the linen edition. Actually, I did that workshop last night with Mari, and I cut up my original copy of some of the cards, so I'll tell you more about that later, the sacrifice. But that is my favorite shuffle. Now this is the full size here. This one I have a harder time shuffling for sure. I really have to like give it the 1-2, and then also since it's gilded, like I always say, I think it makes it stiffer, and then also it will show wear easier, but I mean, I'm really having to go into it. I do not like to shuffle that riffle, and then this, I can't do. I'm not gonna try, I don't wanna hurt the poor little thing. I don't think I could even get a bridge going if I tried. But perfect overhand size. I mean, this is a lot of people's favorite size because it is so easy to hold. We're next going to talk about the guidebook. Remember, this is the guidebook that you can either buy separately or comes in the bundle edition with the full size copy. But it also is available separately. So if you have another copy of this deck already, or you prefer a different copy, I use this as a pair. This is the linen. I use these two as a pair. I do not often use my full size unless I'm doing more like I'm wanting to like photograph or something that like takes really good photographs with that, or if I'm just looking like I want it like blown up a little bigger, because it is all the same cards as you just saw. This is my copy here, and I'm going to flip through almost like we flip through the cards. Has a nice little dedication, and I want to show you the table of contents. I think this is super important when looking on. I'm kind of in the weirdness of light here. We're gonna scoot you over. Oh gosh, sorry if that was a little too shaky. But we have a good introduction about the deck, about the guidebook, and so much to this guidebook. It is genuinely one of my favorite. I love how we have like numerology, we have like elements, we also have like where the choice in the court cards have been renamed. It also kind of explains that. How-tos, connecting with your intuition. I mean, really good stuff for card spreads. And then each card has so much information. So we're going to take a look at the full first. We have, not only do we have colored images, but this is a full page. This is the size of the cards. Like this is bigger than, let me sneak a card out from the bag here. This image is the size of the cards, which I think is beautiful, because you could buy this guidebook, and if you like to do like the bibliomancy, like instead of shuffling the cards, you could close your eyes, flip through, and that be your card pull for the day kind of vibe. So if you're not looking for the cards and you want just the book, you have the full-size images. It's beautiful. Here's where I want to check out those guide cards and see if because here, I think that I'm bound for newness. I swim past the threshold into the unknown with energy sparked by the infinite divine within and without. So at least for the full so far, and I'll keep this and I'll keep looking. But this has like almost the first part is just the Fool, kind of like the vibe of the Fool without thinking upright and reversed. Then you have upright and reversed as options. Then you have an art symbolism part. And there is something so magical about seeing inside like the choices, and that can give you clarity if some, because this deck does not look like an RWS deck. So like this is giving you that art symbolism to connect the pieces of what you're seeing to the meanings, and I love it. I really also love, if you see here, the upright and the reversed part. It has a lot of questions, so it's how I journal. So I'll take my journal. One of the things I really, really love to do is use the journal with the guidebook. So see, we have our journal here. I will take the stickers, find the card, I'll stick it, I'll put next to it the like meaning from the guidebook. Like I'll take whatever this, I'll take the little affirmation meaning, then I'll take what stands out from what I read, and then on the other side I'll answer the journal questions. Sorry for the smack in the face there, but I answered the journal questions on this side, and that's what I'll do for like every day that I pull from it. I really love it. I really think, yes, that's perfect. It's the same here. So again, we have the meaning. Now, a lot of the meanings are so long that it'll come over onto this page, and then you have upright, reversed, art symbolism. I really truly find that this is one of my favorite books, to use in general about tarot, but also like I use this book for journaling. I use this like as a self-care act. Reading from it is different than reading from so much other. I just again, I love to talk about the Gentle Tarot because I think it's so unique, it's so special. So my phone was dying and I had to make sure that it didn't cut us off too bad, so we are good. I was looking while I charged my phone for about 10 minutes, and it seems like there are some changes in these, some things left out, but I will flip through here a little more so you can see. Now this is where the Lover's card has that gender neutral card, but we have every single card here, and they all have the, would be 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. So we get into what is the minors. So we also have that extra card, but even the minors, which this is how I can tell if there is a lot of love to a guidebook, is how the minors are treated. And these are, they all have the same amount, and I think that's magical. Now we have all the suits there, and let's see if there is a little about the author, illustrator, and then there we have the editor. And then the end of the book here, we have the back, which has that speckled, almost like egg kind of printing like the front does. It is really, it's a great feeling book. I wish you could feel through the camera here. I love this guidebook. I said, I think in my last video, that if I could choose one guidebook, this would be it. Now, this isn't a guidebook that's going to teach you how to read tarot in different forms. This is for the Gentle Tarot, and the Gentle Tarot only. But I will say that it is the one guidebook I feel like really stands on its own without the cards. Like, again, you could really just pick a card from here and read from it. We have the, I will show you, this is the guide cloth here, I mean the spread cloth here, and each corner is different. I really love this. I'm going to turn it around actually so we can finish up and chat a little bit, but I also want to show you from the workshop last night what my collage was, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, we are back. We did a lot and we got all in. I'm getting my collage here. I mentioned that I did the workshop last night on Zoom that Mari had for her Patreon, and this is my collage. What it was like a collage tarot reading kind of vibe. So you could have bought a pack of 20 cards from her and used those to cut up, but I used my original deck because I didn't do that in time, and that was an interesting experience. But I now have a whole deck that I could use for any purpose, and that will be fun. Like, I can do more art with it. But I pulled some cards and it really came out beautiful. Like, I was doing like an overlook for next year, and I just did it kind of really intuitively and naturally, and I kept pulling, like, we have some fruits and like just butterflies, nature growth, and it turned into this like nourishing growth, really like openness to receive and having choice. I really coming from a place of like what I want and the fulfillment I'm looking for, that I'm worthy to accept like the offerings, and it really is a beautiful piece. And I had it hung up on my wall, but I even cut up the guide cards that went with each and like took the little affirmation, and I just really love it. I want to do more like community like things like that. So if there's anything that, if you guys would like, we could do some community things here, and you can tell me below anything that you love about it, or your favorite card, or your favorite edition. What, if you don't have it, what was your favorite part of the deck, and are you excited for it? Do you want more of it? Just anything you want. Or maybe tell me the deck that you find is your gentle tarot, because obviously I have a very deep connection to this deck. And you can also tell me anything you want. Tell me what you want to see next. Talk to me. That is a great joy of mine, is I do hear from you and in the comments, and I get to actually talk to you guys and know that you're like excited about it too. That's always really fun. So hopefully I did some justice. If there was anything I didn't cover that I missed, let me know. I can answer more. I just love this creation. I want more from Mari forever. So also you could leave little loves to Mari and we can pass it along, because what a special human. I love you guys.